Welcome back to Volta's Fresh Air Coolers presents Cricbuzz Live. KKR were put into bat first. Their engine took some time to heat up. Once it got rolling, they ended up on top gear managed to get 200 in their 20 overs. Venkatesh Iyer coming to the party with 60 of 29. Raghuvanshi getting 50 of 32. Ajinkya Rahane 38 of 27. Welcome back. I've got a very, very happy Rohan Gavaskar in the studio with Joy Bhattacharjya.
I'm going to clap for myself over here. I'm clapping for myself because this is such a rare occurrence that I felt
but
that
apparently
I have to give myself some
Sehwag
credit.
has said that it is the first day luck. So apparently he got it correct.
But this is not my first day.
No, first day on IPL, no?
No, I'm already on the leaderboard.
You're already on the leaderboard.
Yeah, I think I was number 4 or 5.
Oh.
I was in there. I've already got one guess correct or
This
two.
is your first English show. That's the first English.
Yeah.
See, there's always a
there's
first.
some. Yeah, there's some
There's
first.
always a first.
I agree.
But, well, KKR are going to be happy with that 200 because 16 for 2, Joyda. There was nervous faces in the KKR camp. Ajinkya and Raghuvanshi settling things with that good partnership. And then Venkatesh Iyer and Rinku finishing it off in style.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not sure. This is a very, very strange because they were 84 for 2 as well.
Yes.
So they were 84 for 2 after 10. And if you look at that point in time, that 11 to 15 is a strange one. They went with the power pack batting, Rinku Singh coming in, Venkatesh Iyer coming in, Raman, people like Russell to follow. That 7.6, they'll be looking at it and wondering, could they have done better? Of course, I think they ended beautifully. I mean, the last 5 overs to get 78, they absolutely smashed it. And I think and I don't think this is the easiest pitch to bat on because, when the bowlers were putting it in, it's not the easiest pitch to bat on. So I'm interested in what
I think if you have a look at those numbers again, there's a clue in it for the SRH batting lineup. That maybe once you get set, it gets easier to hit. You look at that when Venkatesh and Rinku came to bat, they weren't really free-flowing.
Yep.
They got set, they got a measure of the pitch, how the pitch is behaving, and then in the last 5 overs, it was carnage. So maybe there's a clue in it for the SRH batters on how to try and chase this. Maybe not go hell for leather right from ball one. When I say ball one, the openers are going to bat in a certain way. But number 4, 5, 6, you give yourself a little bit of time and pace your innings. Maybe there is a clue in that, in the chase for them over there.
It's interesting you say what you said, Joyda, because I remember the 13th, 14th over, there were 18 balls without a boundary when Rinku and Venkatesh were taking time. So like you're saying, it's not a pitch that you can come in and go bang, you need to set yourself in.
That seems to be all indications. Also, as I said, they had 5 overs of spin. And Zishan was pretty decent in his 4 overs. And the 1 over Kamindu bowled, ambidextrous bowler. That was only for 4 runs. So you say 5 overs of spin has actually yielded just 29 odd runs. So if that is the case, then Kolkata has 12 overs of quality spin coming in. You have Moeen Ali, you Sunil Narayan and Varun Chakravarti coming into bowl. So you have 3 really good spinners. So that's what I'm interested in seeing. What happens now? Because if this is a pitch that then obviously somewhere SRH read it wrong. If that is the case, then I think it's hugely advantage KKR because they have real quality spin.
I'm just looking at the Cricbuzz app and Venki Iyer has said exactly what you've said. He said, not the Eden Gardens I used to play on for the last couple of years. Definitely on the slower side, the ball was holding. So the message was whoever walks in, take your time to adapt.
Yeah, so I think it's key. Too often in T20 cricket, we forget a basic rule, which is respect the conditions. You've always, as a cricketer, got to respect the conditions that you're playing in. You can't play in one gear or in one style of batsmanship or bowling, throughout your career. You'll come across different conditions and you've got to adapt to it, respect them and play accordingly. And I think that's what Venkatesh Iyer and Rinku Singh did today. I thought they were excellent. That partnership was really good. It's, in my opinion, put KKR in a very commanding position.
We spoke about that middle order, Joyda, very important partnership here, 91 of 41 between Venkatesh and Rinku. They took their time. They were almost struggling to get going, but once they got going, there was no stopping them.
Exactly, and that tells you the message that if it's that difficult to get going, you get a couple of early wickets and these boys are going to struggle under these conditions because your quality of spin is far ahead of them. You have really good spinners to take advantage of these conditions. So I'll be really interested in knowing how SRH approaches it. And he's absolutely right. Where the SRH openers are going to go bang, bang, does not matter what the circumstances. The ball is hard and new, they will attack up front. Okay. If their assault works very good, because what they'll have to do is tell themselves that we didn't have the spinners that KKR has in the middle. So we have to compensate by getting a lot of runs up front before the ball starts slowing down. So expect them to go hammer and tongs from the first 6 unless they lose wickets, in which case I think they'll have to adapt.
I think when they're chasing a total of around 200, it is imperative that in the power play, you at least maintain that required rate, which is 10 and over. The aim and target of a team should be to get it to maybe from 10 to 9 and over. So you've got to go at maybe 6 over 70 or so. But if not, you've got to at least try and hit that 60-run target. Even if you lose a couple of wickets, so be it. Because you can't, on this pitch, from what Venkatesh Iyer said and what we see, you can't let that required rate climb up further. Can't let it go to like 12, 13, especially with the spinners that KKR possess. So you've got to take advantage of that power play. You've got to go bang, bang from right at the start and hope that, players of the quality of Abhishek and Travis come good and they set a nice platform for the rest of the batters to follow.
We'll have a look at the batting card, Joyda, because we've been discussing how it's been a tricky pitch to bat on. The first 2 wickets went early and then the partner, Ajinkya Rahane and Raghuvanshi, steadied the ship with very intelligent cricket, if I can say so. And then Venkatesh Iyer and Rinku, lots were spoken about that middle order. Are you impressed with the way KKR's middle order has performed?
I think, so far this has been their problem because the match that they won, it's a top order that, it's Quinton de Kock who went absolutely crazy up front. So I think it's important. What has happened today is important for them. They needed Venkatesh Iyer to get runs. They needed Rinku Singh to get runs. And all of them have got runs. Also, I loved the way Rinku Singh, seeing that Venkatesh Iyer is really hitting the ball, he's looking good. The way he allowed him to farm the strike to Venkatesh Iyer and gave him an opportunity. I thought they batted very well together. And I think lots of boxes has been ticked for KKR.
Yeah, 100%. Other than the result, which we're yet to see in 20 overs. But if you give KKR a scenario, they'll be saying, these are the boxes we want ticked. Venkatesh Iyer scoring runs, Rinku going at nearly a striker of 200, Angkrish again scoring runs.
Rahane getting some runs.
Rahane getting runs.
Confidence.
Again, so that batting unit will have a lot of confidence going forward.
Yes.
We were talking about, a lot of, we weren't, but a lot of people say, Venkatesh Iyer, 23 crores, blah, blah, blah. He's got those runs now. So it's a little bit of that, well, not completely, but a little bit of the monkey off your back. You've got some runs, your confidence is high, you're going to go into the future matches feeling a lot lighter and a lot more happier about yourself. So I think a lot of boxes, like you rightly said, have been ticked for KKR.
Well, the KKR bowlers are going to need a lot of confidence as well. What can they learn from SRH? You've said that it's going to be tricky because the spinners are going to come in and that might slow down SRH. But anything else that the pacers should learn from what SRH?
So, whatever the SRH, I think they were doing after the first 3-4 overs, even the fast bowlers were taking pace off the ball, the bowling cutters, trying to get them to hit to the larger side of the field. And it's difficult to time. If you're hitting the ball into the pitch, it's difficult to time. And that's what you're going to see happening. See, Andre Russell is an expert at bowling in these conditions as well. He knows how to bowl under conditions like this. The cutters, just putting in slow bouncers, cutters, are very, very difficult to time on pitches like this, especially if you have come in early. So look, for SRH to win this, they need to have a textbook chase. They can't get anything wrong. There is no, because now that it's reached, see, it was looking at one time, it's 170, 180 would be there.
Yeah.
It was 170, 180, they had some slack.
I always knew 196, 200 they'll get. I always knew.
He knew.
You knew.
Now that they've reached there, I think you can't put a foot wrong now. So it's 80% KKR's game. SRH has to do everything right to win.
We know that they are very, very strong on their batting, but was it a right call to get Moeen Ali looking at the way the pitch is shaped up now?
Yeah. I think his bowling skills will be handy. And clearly they've gotten Moeen Ali for his bowling more than his batting.
Yes.
Because he didn't get an opportunity back.
Yeah.
So it's
Russell, Ramandeep, everyone was waiting.
So it's clearly they've said, okay, listen, we need a spinner. Let's get Moeen in. If also, he's obviously a high quality batter. If push came to shove and we lost a few wickets, if we lost a few early wickets, blah, 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 he could come in. But they didn't need that. But his bowling will be a big asset to them on this pitch.
So there is going to be, of course, Moeen Ali who comes in. There's going to be Another 8 overs of spin that comes in. Will you see them getting spin in the power play?
Look, it depends. I think they'll watch the conditions. They'll see how Harshit and Vaibhav go. But I think they have the ability to bring spin in the power play. And, somebody like a Varun Chakravarti, especially if they've got for an early wicket, 5th or 6th over, he comes in at least the last over of the power play. He's not an easy customer to play. Also, if they get off to a flyer. So if 30 go in the first 2, expect that, one of the spinners gets a ball. And remember one thing, those 2 spinners, both of them have ice going through their veins. I mean, neither of them is bothered. You can Sunil Narayan, you'll hit him for a 6, his expression even won't change, It's so disheartening for batters that you've just hit him for 2 sixes and he looks as if he's on a morning walk, And both the spinners are like that. They're very phlegmatic characters. So they're not going to look as if they're going to get it. So this is going to be a very difficult contest for SRH. I'll love to see how they manage to fight this through.
Because even Zishan Ansari looked pretty impressive. I think 3 overs, 25 is what he gave away. Got Ajinkya's wicket. Very new to the whole pressure to the IPL, but looked very impressive today.
He did. I mean, obviously he's a talent. Obviously he's someone that, when you think about the fact that Mendes bowled 1 over, conceded 4 and picked up a wicket and didn't bowl after that. But Zishan bowled, 3 overs for anyway. It's someone who they rate very highly. And again, going back to what you were talking in the pre-show, you look at his economy of 8.33 compared to an economy of 10, which is the average at 220.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's done a fabulous job. Now, if you look at those numbers just on their own, you're thinking 8.33, oh, what's it?
Correct.
But when you compare it to what the team average is, he's done a magnificent job over there.
Absolutely. Which is why I hate it when they compare IPL bowlers across generations.
Or
saying,
even,
wow, he was such a fantastic bowler.
But Joy, forget across generations. I think this is where a lot of players like Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, and those who've been playing IPL right from the start, people look at some of their numbers and say, oh, what's this? But for a lot of their career, a strike rate of 120, 130 was excellent.
Was fantastic. Exactly my point. Exactly.
For a lot of their career.
Absolutely.
So you can't judge their numbers and say, oh, look at this, but look at Abhishek Sharma is going at 180.
Yeah.
That's why I think it's a completely different game.
It's very unfair.
The way it's evolved, yes.
Very unfair.
But the way the game has evolved and the way Travis Shake come out, they shake up all the bowling oppositions because they come out and they're wanting to attack from the word go. So it's going to be crucial to get those early wickets for KKR.
Yeah, and that's why I think we'll see, again, maybe both Sunil Narayan and Varun Chakravarti in the power play. I know Sunil Narayan generally doesn't like to bowl in the power play, but so we'll definitely see Varun Chakravarti because these two are going to go, after the medium pacers. The medium pacers are where the best chance of trying to get 10, 12 and over early on. So they'll be going really hard at the medium pacers. And I think we will see a couple of overs of spin. Maybe Moeen Ali also.
Oh, in the power play.
Maybe with Abhishek and Travis. Left-handers, we might see Moeen Ali. Ideally, Sunil Narayan doesn't like to bowl in the power play, but ideally he'd be the one you'd want along with Varun Chakravarti bowling in the power play. But Moeen Ali is also an option.
Joyda, if all goes well for KKR fans and they do get Travis Shake out early, we know it's a power-packed batting lineup, but we've seen if they don't get the starts, then the middle order doesn't quite follow suit either. So do you think that the middle order for SRH has what KKR did today?
No. I mean, in terms of pure talent, at this point in time, KKR has a packed middle order, very established players. Whether you say Rinku Singh, Venkatesh Iyer, Rinku Singh, Andre Russell, they're among the best finishers in the world right now. This is Aniket Verma. It's a comparatively younger side. It's very dependent on Klaasen, Abhishek doing up front. You start with Nitish Reddy. So this is not as established as middle order. But, you have a lot of talent. Aniket Verma is just this kid who's coming from this Madhya Pradesh league, who's absolutely tearing up the league. He's hit 12 sixes so far. He's a talent. But these are all, they're talents. Yes. They're doing well, they're talents, they have ability. But, one thing, chasing successfully under pressure, you have to say that Kolkata's middle order is a better middle order.
All right, we will have to wait and watch. We'll let the winner go first because Vaibhav Arora is out. So let the winner go first.
63.
I was going to say 64, but...
I'm going to say 71. How does it matter? I'm not getting any anyway.
I was
Not
going to
many.
say 64, so I'll go a little higher because I can't be so close. So I'll say 67.
If you want to take 63, take 64, take 62, I'll change it.
No, it's okay. I'll stick to
Are you sure?
Yeah, both
64.
two can also win. So how
Yeah,
does it
two
matter?
can
Yeah.
win. I like
Okay.
sharing wins. I have no problem.
Sharing is caring.
Yeah. In case you all want to change, head has hit a 4 on the first ball.
It's okay. We'll live with it. I'll
72.
Which one are we sticking?
72.
Wow, 72, 71 for Joyda and 67 for me. That's what Travis Shake do. They shake up our prediction scores as well. We'll give you all the updates. The 10-over point, the Cricbuzz Combox. Thank you so much for watching. Voltas Fresh Air Coolers presents Cricbuzz Live.
दिल्ली में आपका स्वागत
ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟಿರುವರೆ
Hyderabad Express, Saiyami Station, Netaji Bhavan.